guys, it's Sheri and welcome to our last Disney trip vlog. It is day 5, a full day at Magic Kingdom. If you haven't been checking the description box, I always link the Disney shirt that I'm wearing if I am wearing a Disney shirt, or the headband or mouse ears in this case that I'm wearing. Both of those today are linked down below. This was a day that I kept telling my parents we need to get there so early. I want to watch the castle show that they do when they open up the park, and we missed it. They had extra magic hours this day, so the park opened at 8 o'clock, which really means that the park opens at 7, so you can enter the park, and then they have the castle showing at 7:55. I didn't think we could go because the Four Seasons doesn't claim itself to be a Disney resort. So one of the cons of staying there is that you don't really get to take advantage of extra magic hours because they don't honor it. So I didn't think we could go, but apparently we could have, and I just totally missed that. But it's okay because we still got to do everything I wanted to do. So the first thing we did, which is something that we were not able to do the last time we were there because it wasn't really open yet, and it is the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. We didn't have a fast pass for this because I couldn't get one. Standby line said it was 60 minutes, but it definitely wasn't. It was like a 25-minute wait. I think this ride has one of the best themings, everything in the queue with being able to make the water whistle, and then the spinning barrels with all the jewels that show the dwarfs on the ceiling. Everything here is just so well themed. The entire ride, I loved it so much. It was so great. And to be completely honest, I do not like Snow White that much. When I was younger, this movie really scared me, and I still don't really like it that much. I love this ride. The theming is so great. The part where you go outside and then you're back inside and you get to hear hi-ho and you see all the dwarfs, and then at the very end when you see Snow White in her house. Even though for us it was actually a very humid day, the windows were all fogged up, so you actually couldn't see into the house. You could sort of see it, but not really. Although I will say something really weird happened. So obviously it was my parents and I, and my mom and dad sat together. And so I decided to just go by myself, obviously. And I got put with someone else who was with there were like 5 of them or something in their group. So they sat him with me, and he got into the cart and he literally said to me, "Don't worry, I don't bite." I thought that was so weird. Like, what a strange way to start a conversation with someone that you don't know on a ride. Anyway, after Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, we went right across to the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I love Winnie the Pooh. I have always loved Winnie the Pooh. He and his little friends are just some of my favorites. Oh my gosh. I love them so much. We did wait in line for this. It wasn't super long. And then I don't think we've ever done this ride either, or at least I don't think I've done it with my parents, so another first for us. It was a very long ride. I like that you get to sit in a little honey pot, and then you're going through it, and it's Pooh's birthday, and he's trying to get all the honey, and then the heffalumps, and there's just so much I love about this ride. After that, we were all a little bit hungry for breakfast. We ended up eating at Gaston's Tavern, and we got the cinnamon roll, which I know I've seen so many people say how big it is. It is literally huge, but it was so good. 3 of us just split it, and afterwards, so since it's Gaston's Tavern, they have Gaston right across the way, right? So my dad stood there watching Gaston interact with all the guests, and he loved it so much. He just thought it was hilarious. We went to Journey of the Little Mermaid because they're really close to one another. Little Mermaid is my all-time favorite Disney movie. So we went on Journey of the Little Mermaid, always one of my favorites because I love Ariel so much. Then we walked over to Tomorrowland and we did Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin because it wasn't a very long wait. It was a little bit hot, but the wait wasn't too bad, and we had time to kill before our fast pass for Buzz Lightyear. But we really like those. I don't know, we just like the games. Like, we loved Toy Story Midway Mania, and this is sort of similar. So we did this ride, and we didn't do that well the first time. That was okay because we knew that we were going to go on a second time, so there was time to redeem ourselves. And then after Buzz Lightyear, we went and got on Carousel of Progress. I don't love that ride, but it is a great place to take a nap, which both my parents did. And then after Carousel of Progress, we went to Anti-Gravities or Anti-Gravities. I know some people still say anti, even though it's spelled A-U-N-T, because I know obviously it doesn't make as much sense if you say Anti-Gravities. The point is, we went there and got a ice cream sundae. I don't know why, but ice cream and hot fudge just tastes better at Disney. It tastes so good. This was like one of the best hot fudge sundaes I'd ever had. I will say that literally the minute we walked outside, that ice cream started melting. It was so hot. We sat down and we ate that, and then we got in line, in the Fast Pass line for Buzz Lightyear again. And this Fast Pass line was long. I was surprised at how long the line was. I'm pretty sure we all did much better this second time on Buzz Lightyear, but I did so well. I ended up getting Galactic Hero before the ride was even over. But honestly, one of the best things that's ever happened to me. I've never gotten it before, and I always try to. And then at the very end, I went and got myself a little sticker, and I'm just super excited about this. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but I need to put it somewhere. So then after this, we went and watched Mickey's Royal Friendship Fair. We did have to wait a little bit, but I was just determined to watch this because I wanted to watch this show and then immediately after just wait for the parade. It was so hot at this time of day, you guys. I regret it because I ended up getting you can't see it anymore, but I ended up getting sunburned right here on each of my arms, like just a nice little circle of sunburn above my elbow. About the Royal Friendship Fair. Never seen it. I really loved it. It's super cute.
I can't wait. Today is going to be such a wonderful, wonderful day. Oh boy, I hear our first coming now.
And I can't wait to see what my buddies all think of me. Hello.
And you feel the autumn breeze now. It's time to come on.
We're kicking leaves and climbing trees now.
And riding high above the trees.
Thank you for the dance.
Oh, Mickey, this really has been the best day ever.
Discovering new dreams.
That's an adventure for sure.
Trying something new.
And having a swinging good time.
You bet.
Finding the confidence to be true to yourself.
That's right.
Here's to all of us, old friends and new.
One hug for everyone.
Thanks to all of you, old friends and new, for celebrating with us today. See you really soon.
After the Royal Friendship Fair, then we had to find a spot for the parade, which was hard. Although, I will say, even though it was difficult to find a spot because it did seem really crowded, I have been to Disney when you're waiting for the parade, it's literally just packed along Main Street. The entire sidewalk is just filled with people, and this was not the case. We literally sat on the curb and no one stood behind us. I was shocked at how empty it was. But before the parade, we did go to Starbucks because it was super hot and I just needed something to drink. And while we were there, I got one of the Starbucks You Are Here collection Disney Park mugs. And I got the Magic Kingdom mug. Obviously, because I love Fantasyland, they had two versions of this mug, but This one was just more me, to be honest. And then after we got that mug, we just sat around and waited for the parade. And then we just watched the Festival of Fantasy parade. I always love the parades. I don't know. I always also feel bad for the cast members because I can't even imagine having to dance in that heat. So I don't know how they do it. So many props to them for getting that done. They are amazing. Then after this, we kind of needed more shade because it was really, really hot, like I keep saying. So we walked through the Emporium and I ended up getting this ring that I have been wearing pretty much every day since we've been at Disney, or since we've been to Disney. So it's just a sterling silver ring with two Mickey heads and some probably cubic zirconias. I really like this because from far away, I feel like you can't tell what it is. It just looks like I have this ring with a little bit of negative space in it. And then after shopping at the Emporium, we went to Mickey's PhilharMagic, which we also did the first day of the trip. I've already talked about it, so you guys know what happens on this ride. And then after Mickey's PhilharMagic, we ended up going to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. We had a fast pass, but it was for a later time, and since there wasn't much else that we really wanted to do, and it did look like it was gonna rain, we thought we'd just take a chance with standby. So we got in line and it was raining, like really, really raining really hard. Literally, we would probably have been on the next train or the train after. People were coming in soaked, like soaking wet. And then they made the announcement that they were going to shut down the ride due to inclement weather in the area. And I was determined to just wait it out because I knew that the ride would eventually come back on. And we were waiting and waiting and waiting. I don't know, we must have waited. And I was getting so hungry that I just couldn't wait anymore. Like really hungry to the point that you are getting hangry. I just couldn't do it. So I said, forget it. Let's just get off this line. And literally once we got on the ferry back to the TTC, I checked my Disney experience and the ride was back on. So that was sort of annoying, but but that's okay. We'll ride it next time. So then we went back to the Four Seasons, and then we didn't have any dinner reservations that day because I just didn't make any. I didn't really know what our plans were. So we ended up just eating in the hotel at Ravello, where we had the character breakfast the day before. If you ever go to Ravello, definitely get the veal and truffle ravioli. And everything is made in-house, all the dough and everything. So it's really, really fresh. My mom got the shrimp risotto. The meatballs were really good. I didn't try the calamari, but I'm pretty sure my parents also really like that. Just everything here was just so good. The dessert was good, everything. And then that was pretty much the end of it. Then we just went back to our room and packed up because we had to leave early the next morning to go home to New Jersey. So I hope you guys liked all of these Disney trip vlogs. If you have not seen my video that I posted earlier this week, you need to go and see it because I shared some really exciting life news about why I'm now in Florida. Hi, you guys. So I'm currently editing the video that you're watching right now, and I somehow lost a whole minute of footage. I have no idea what happened to it. It's just gone. But all I was saying was, if you haven't seen the video on Tuesday, make sure to go and watch that because I shared my really exciting life news. And I hope you guys liked all these Disney vlogs that I made because I definitely enjoyed making them, and I think I might try making more life vlogs in the future. So I hope you guys liked this video. Please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week with a new video.